Hey everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I'm always on the hunt for great cards. Today is Friday, and that means it is time for Dorking with Dice, and it is late night Dorking with Dice, and I am joined once again by the pack opening machine.
Hi.
There he is. He is fresh back from his last day of summer camp. How was it?
Good.
Yeah, what did you do today?
Well,
Did you guys have a party or anything?
Yeah, we did this kind of carnival thing. They had bounce houses.
Wow.
I raced Malik, one of my friends,
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
And then, on one, and then I just played on one. And then I also went outside and did some face paints.
Wow. That's cool. What did you have your face painted as?
I got some characters from Star Wars, Yoda, and a Tusken Raider.
Oh, that is awesome. Wow, I'm sorry I didn't see that. That sounds fantastic. Wow. Well, you really enjoyed camp this summer, I feel like. You had a great time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, that's really good. I'm glad you had a great last day. We're going to have a great time now getting into this magic box full of 20 packs. And what do we do? How do we get into these 20 packs? Oh, okay.
Well, like you said, there are 20 packs. 1, 10, and 20 are the special packs.
Yes.
There might be some others in there, if,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And then 17 is also fairly special because we kind of roll a lot. And then we'll roll the dice, and if we get a 3, we'll open pack 3.
Ah, I think I understand. Thank you for explaining that, sir. That was very helpful. I will tell you a little bit about the special packs that the pack opening machine mentioned. Pack 1 is the return of 1997 Fleer Metal Universe. You guys always love when I open these. These are pretty pricey packs and tough to get, but I am happy to put another one in there in the 1 position. In the 10 position, got a sweet pack of 1981 Fleer, the first year that Fleer did cards. Lots of Hall of Famers in that one. And against my better judgment, I am keeping in the pack from last week, the 1979 Topps Baseball pack. That is pack number 20. Keeping it in there for one more week. This is a huge, huge pack. And I don't know. I thought, why not? We'll do one more week of that and we'll see if we hit it. All right, pack opening machine. We'll do the dice rolling as well. What is our first pack going to be on Dorking with Dice tonight? It is pack 13. We start off with lucky 13. We'll start from 10, 11, 12, and 13 is 1988 Fleer Baseball. There are several different insert sets and things like that. Special sort of sets that Fleer did that are included in here. We also get a sticker in here, you will be happy to know. I know you like the stickers. And it is a real wax pack, which I always enjoy. We did nothing but real wax packs last week on Dorking with Dice. It was all wax throughout the entire box, which was really fun. I always enjoy that. All right, what do we have here? We've got Cleveland Indians sticker there. And I don't know what they have on the back. They've got the stadium on the back. I was hoping there'd be trivia questions, but instead we get the Cleveland Stadium there. All right, so that's our sticker. And we get to our actual cards. Greg Gross starts things off here, looking awkward and uncomfortable getting his photo taken. And we got behind him Mel Hall, Tracy Jones, and oh, very nice card there. That is pretty cool. Matt Noakes, a very young catcher at that time, and quite the prospect, and Kirby Puckett. That is pretty cool. I always like when Fleer did these superstar special cards where you'd get a couple of players on the card. I had no idea why they put those two guys together. I don't think they ever played on the same team and have nothing in common, but there you go. Matt Noakes and Kirby Puckett, pretty cool card. Jim DeShays and Bill Lindsay looking dazed as though he's staring up at some identified flying object or somebody waving to him from the upper deck, though the stadium looks empty there. Not sure what Bill Lindsay is doing.
Maybe the ball went somewhere that it wasn't supposed to.
I hate when that happens. Believe me. Lee Smith there, Hall of Fame relief pitcher. B.J. Surhoff and Ken Oberkfell, longtime Cardinal. There he is with the Braves. Scott Bankhead from the Mariners. Bob Brenly calling for time so that he can do whatever batters used to do in the batter's box before the pitch clock. Jack Morris there, another Hall of Famer for us. Nice to see that. And Goose Gossage, man, several Hall of Famers out of here. Pretty cool. And John Habian and Fernando Valenzuela. We did get an Oriole out of there. But nice Fernando card. That's a pretty good one. It's one you don't see much for whatever reason. Let's see what our next pack is going to be on Dorking with Dice late night version with your co-host, the pack opening machine. Roll it up, sir. What's it going to be? We got pack 6 there, as we can see by the little dot beneath a letter. This time we'll count backwards from 10. There's 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6 is another wax pack. It's 1990 Fleer. We just did 88 Fleer. And here we've got 1990 Fleer. More limited edition sets can be found in here, as well as a sticker. Fleer did not do bubblegum. Well, they did bubblegum actually in the 1981 set, and maybe in the 82 as well. If we pull that 81 pack, you'll see what I'm talking about. But then they went to stickers, much like Donruss went to puzzle pieces. Stickers for Fleer, puzzle pieces for Donruss, and Topps just, they stuck with bubblegum. I don't know what to tell you there. A Royals sticker here. In the back, we do get a baseball quiz. Very nice. Let's see, what's a good one here? True or false, the Royals were the first American League expansion team to appear in a World Series. I don't think that's true. I couldn't tell you who the other team would be, but that doesn't seem right. It is true. Well, there you go. That shows you how much Card Wolf knows. Put that in what is becoming a sticker stack. We start off with Carmen Castillo and Lloyd McClendon, looking delighted to be on a baseball card, as I believe all players should. More Jack Morris. 2 Jack Morris cards we've gotten out of here. Here, you search for the other Jack Morris, and we'll line those up here. Seems to be turning into a Jack Morris evening for some reason. Mark Grant, and we get a Players of the Decade card of George Brett. That's a sweet pull. I like that one a lot. I'll be wolf-laring that for sure. Ken Oberkfell. We got a second Ken Oberkfell card as well. You're going to have to pull that one out too, sir. Man, I'm glad to have you along tonight. I couldn't manage all of these duplications we're getting. I don't know what's going on here. Rich Gedman, who was quite the prospect for the Red Sox catcher, and everybody thought he was going to be a huge slugger in the league, but it didn't quite turn out that way. Mitch Williams and Dan Plesac. We got Darrell Hamilton and Pat Tabler, looking also delighted to be on a baseball card and eager to get out on the field. He looks like he's about to start a race or something. We got Frank Viola, sweet music there, and Doug Jones, who looks absolutely nonplussed about being a Cleveland baseball player. Hard to blame him for that. John Franco. And we got another, very cool, another Superstar Special from Fleer. This is a Game Savers card with the relief pitchers Mark Davis and Mitch Williams. So we got that's pretty cool. We got a Fleer Super Special in each pack. I like that. So we got Ken Oberkfell with, who is that, the Giants? Yeah, he's with the Giants and the Braves. And, of course, Jack Morris is still with the Tigers there. Let's go to our next pack, see if we can hit one of our big ones here with our third pack tonight on Dorking with Dice Late Night. Pack opening machine, what will it be? Oh, I thought we had the 10 there.
Yeah,
that was really
like
close.
That.
That was really close.
It was
Instead,
2,
we got 2.
It was almost 10 and 20, because they're right there.
That's true. That's a really good point. Man, we almost had a big one, but instead we get pack 2, which is it's another wax pack. That's really interesting.
And it's got bubble gum.
This one does have bubble gum because it's Topps, and it is 1991 baseball. We could win some vintage Topps cards if we can get into our time machine and go back to 1991 and claim that. But either way, we're going to win some really old and disgusting bubble gum. I'm quite sure about that. So I know that's your favorite thing to check out when we open
Hopefully
these.
it's not brown.
Yes, I hope it is not brown as well. That would be
It's
pretty
not,
gross.
but it's in a million pieces.
Yes, good point there. All right, there's our gross Topps gum from 1991. It's just sort of pale. It doesn't really, there's nothing gross about it. It's just kind of, it's lost its color, which is not really surprising when you think about it. It's quite old at this point. All right, let's see what we got here. We got our instant win game propaganda card on the top because I split the pack, so we'll toss that aside. We started with Cubs pitcher Mitch Williams. I think we got a Mitch Williams in the last, I don't know, you can check through there, not the red, white, and blue ones. I think there was a Mitch Williams in there. Is that Mitch Williams right there? No, that's Mitch Williams, yeah. So we got 2 Mitch Williams cards as well. How about that? Jack McDowell and Jose Canseco, nice all-star card there. Tom Herr, Travis A., who has sent me a ton of awesome cards over the years or so has let me know that he is a huge Tom Herr fan, but I think he only likes Tom Herr when he was with the Cardinals. So I don't know if he's going to want that one or not. We'll flare it and ask him about that later. Al Newman slugging for the Twins. Juan Samuel, who played for a long time and with a lot of teams. Steve Farr, who looks perplexed. And we flip this over for Billy Swift. Good pitcher for the Mariners and a couple other teams for that matter. Clay Parker, who I do not remember at all. Ron Gant. And Kevin McReynolds, good player there. Jeff Hamilton and Don Slott. A very blurry Don Slott. That's not my camera. That's the card. I don't know what is going on there. Why is that so blurry? It's
That's
a very
weird.
blurry picture of Don Slott. Matt Young, and we finish off with Mike Stanley in perhaps one of the most lackluster packs I have opened on Dorking with Dice. Let's try for a fourth pack and see if we get something more exciting than that. That was abysmal
That was
there. We've already hit
bad.
6, so that one we're not going to do. Wow, you got 7 this time. All right, let's get 7. We'll count backwards from 10. And there's 10, 9, 8, and 7 is another wax pack. That is nuts. I've got a bunch of different kinds of packs in there, but we keep hitting
That
wax.
one would have bubblegum.
It does have bubblegum because Bowman was a Topps product, and so they used bubblegum. It's the first year that they came back and did Bowman cards in 1989. Beautiful cards, some really nice photos on these cards, I always thought. The backs of these cards drove me nuts, though, because the statistics, it was like you were reading an Excel spreadsheet or something, and I don't do well with those. So these statistics were not like organized in the way that you normally see that kind of
The
stuff.
gum's not that bad.
Yeah, how's it look? You want to hold
It's
it
a
up to
bit
the camera?
cold, though.
It's cold?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just been sitting in my file cabinet here. I'm not sure why it would be cold. Well, there you go.
It's also a bit moldy.
Yeah, it does look a bit moldy there. All right, probably best that you don't touch that for very much longer. That can't be good for you.
Yeah.
Let's see what we have here in our Bowman pack. We will flip it over and get a Mickey Mantle reprint card on the top there. Pretty neat. Bowman did these of classic cards for this set. It was just really their way of getting you to pay attention to their sweepstakes card, but that's a pretty cool card. I'll hang on to that. Fernando, that's our second Fernando Valenzuela as well. All right, I'm going to put that over there. I think Fernando was in, is he in the first pack? Yeah, there he is. So we've got a lot of duplication of players across these packs. That is wild to see. Darryl Strawberry there. Nice Darryl Strawberry card. And Mike Boddicker, who was an Orioles pitcher for a while. There he is with the Red Sox. We got Steve, is that Steve Buechele, I think, pitching for the Texas Rangers? Yes, it is. Phil Bradley, who also played for the Orioles, as you can see right there. Came up with the Mariners, I believe. I do not recognize that player. There are no names on these. You can see signatures, but they're hard to decipher, and I don't recognize that guy. It's Brian Fisher, who, BJ Surhoff. I think that's our second BJ Surhoff card tonight. What is happening? Check that pack. I think he was in that pack. I'm not sure, but I think it was the pack you're holding, or the group of cards, rather, that you're holding. I'll check the 2 that I have over here. Pretty sure there was a BJ Surhoff. There it is. It was in one of those. So we got 2 BJ Surhoff. That is nuts. I don't know what is going on. I don't think we've ever gotten this much duplication across packs.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. We got Pat Clements there, and a player I do not recognize, a Twins player. Who is this? Alan Anderson. All right, if you say so. Jeff Parrott there, and is this Alf? No, Ty Griffin. That's who that is. It is blurry and out of focus for you guys at home. Let me fix that. Ty Griffin there, looking kind of concerned about something. And then we finish off with Jamie Quirk, who lasted a long time in the majors. I remember him being on the Royals in the 1970s, and there he is finishing up his career with the Yankees. Are we going to roll one more pack and see if we can get more duplicate players? I hope we get a better pack. I feel like we've had a couple lackluster packs out of here. Let's get that one on screen and see what we get. 6 again. That's one we've already rolled a couple of times now. Let's see if we can do a little better. 19 is the pack 19. All right, you want to pull that one out for us. It is not a wax pack, it's sort of a cello pack, but it's of the same era. It's 1991 Stadium Club. This was the first year the Topps did this, and they did not put bubblegum in these packs because they were a little high-end. Stadium Club when it came out, and it's still today, really. People think of Stadium Clubs being kind of a higher-end, nicer product with really good photography. I always liked Stadium Club, but they were a little more expensive than regular packs, but I always felt like they were worth it. You get, really nice cards out of there. And they, unlike the backs of Bowman cards, which were practically indecipherable, the backs of Stadium Club cards featured a picture of that player's rookie card, which I always thought was a great feature. And I think they should carry it forward on modern Stadium Club cards. But for some reason, Topps disagrees with me, and they do not do that. All right, how'd we do here? It looks like you have some wrapper sticking there.
Residue.
Yes, some residue on the card there. Well, you don't have to worry about that. I think that card is pretty much shot. The wrapper stuck to this one for some reason. It is Greg Litton, and I'll get this in focus and you can see what I'm talking about. There we go. That's not something on his helmet. That's something on the card. But we will get to see Greg Litton's rookie card when I flip. Oh, we got some ink loss here. That often happens with Stadium Club from this era, which is a shame because they made them extra glossy. But anyway, that's his 1990 rookie card you can see there. So pretty cool feature. We got Dennis Rasmussen, who played in the majors for quite a while. Sideways card. There weren't as many sideways cards in 91 Stadium Club. Man, these are really... My camera does not want to focus on these for some reason. There we go. Thank you. We got Brian Holman there. And that one is really sticky to Stan Javier laying down a bunt for the Dodgers. Here is our propaganda card. That goes the way of the circular file. Carl Rhodes needs some time at the batter's box. He needs some time there. There's no pitch clock back then, so he can have all the time he needs, really. I don't know why these cards are upside down and backwards.
What's that thing on his bat?
That is what's called a donut, and it's like a weight. And they put it on the bat so that it's heavier when they're practicing their swing, and then they take it off when they step into the batter's box, so the bat is lighter when they're actually swinging it.
Oh.
Yeah, it makes them be able to, they think that it makes them be able to swing the bat more quickly. Eric Hansen there, and sticking to him is Mike Fetters, another pitcher. Got another pitcher here, Scott Garrelts for the Giants.
Jeez.
Jack Howell. I don't think, did we get a Jack Howell? No, we got a Jack McDowell card. That's all we got. And Keith Miller, and one more card behind him. Man, these were terribly, terribly sticky. Dick Schofield there. And all of those had a whole lot of ink loss. Wow, so 5 packs. We only got 3 cards for the Wolf Lair, the reprint mantle. And, well, actually, Tom Herr is not even for my PC. It's for Travis's PC if he wants it. And a nice George Brett card there. Players of the Decade. Always liked that subset that Fleer did back then. That was kind of neat. All right, so there you go. That is our late night Dorking with Dice tonight, brought to you by me and the pack opening machine. Thank you very much for manning the packs and the dice and helping me out with all that stuff. That's right. There you go. We did not hit 17. We did not hit any of the big numbers, and I don't know. I don't know if I can take it putting another week having this 79 pack in there. That is a big, big pack, and I often say I'm never going to put packs from the 70s in the box again, but there are 2 weeks in a row we risked it and we had it in there. So you'll have to tune in next Friday to see if we do it again. Thanks so much for tuning in this Friday. Hope you guys have a great weekend planned, and whatever your plans are, I hope they come to fruition. I will see you back here on Monday for a mail day, and as always...
Happy collecting.
Yes.